we go, hey, hey. Got my eyes on the prize and here we go, hey, hey. Got my eyes on the prize and here we go, hey, hey.
Oh, it's a bit out, can't be having that.
Can't be trying to loop with a static thing, you know. No sync, no slave. The margins there are microscopic. Mr. X, hello. I see Mr. X in chat. I see Jason. I see Elena Phenomena. I see me. Guys, thank you so much. We're trying to find our target market. People who want a music education into things like a jazz and a funk and afrobeat, yeah, afrobeat on the violin. So if that's the kind of things you are into, you are in the right place. Let's see if we can change the world with some music education, shall we? We're now here on the world of YouTube. We are leveraging the power of communities built in one sector of the internet to move into the other internet. And for being here, my friends, you know the drill. You get a skadoosh point. I don't know how emotes work. So for now, it's just chatting with the any words you want while the skadoosh window is open. You can hear what is signified by is the little click clock. That's the click clock. That's the click clock. Then a donkey that sounds like that. Are we all prepped? Are we all prepped? One more time. The click clock of the skadoosh window sounds like this, and then it closes like that. Are you ready, guys? Are you ready, guys? With 1. First skadoosh 2, YouTube. With my 3 best peeps on the other side of London. 4 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Skadoosh. Wagwan. Let me see something in chat. I wanna see a high. And you get Muppets to just fan in with the face red heart shape. Radataz in with the face heart shape. With the heart shape, I got a box on the wall. It contains my fear. Try to keep it far, but I have to keep it near. It's a heart-shaped box, and as my brain breaks every day, I find ways to thread it round the corners. Hand pink waving, eyes pink heart shape. Freestyle prompts on the skadoosh window. My hand was pinkly waving out the side of the street the other day. It was a Friday night. I tried to flag down a bit of support. Not a cab, not a handout, but a hand up. Community music initiatives is how I flow, how I roll. What I wanna do, I don't wanna go on the dole. Even if I did, they wouldn't give me any peas, man. Cause too poor to afford a cheaper mortgage. Too poor to afford better shoes. Too poor to afford more efficient transport. Trapped in the world in South London town, but and we kick, and we push, and we kick, and we push, and we coast. Thank you guys for being here. It means a lot. More than I can say with words, and I will do my best to say it with music. I see a point for Elena Phenomena. I see a point for Muppet Stooges fan. Hand ping waving, hand ping wave. All I see is hand ping. Oh, it's on the YouTube. YouTube does have emotes. The restream thing is translating, but it's only on the YouTube anyway. So I'll just pull up the music chat. Restore chat. Hey, I see what hand. It was in fact a pink hand waving. I can see now, guys. I can see. I'm no longer befuddled and bemused and confused and a bit irate. I see him. I see them emotes. Elena Phenomena, un point. Radisaz, un point. Neuroscience, aka Jason, un point. That's bringing you to 1.5 points, Jason. That's almost a boozy milkshake. I see Mr. X. Mr. X logging his first skadoosh point on the wall in Sharpie, thereby immortalized Because even when you redeem them, they will still be on the wall. There will still be a record of you being here now, right now, today, on my wall, forever. There we go. The skadoosh points have been assigned. I can see 3 of me in front of me. That's not a sustainable way to live your life. You can't spend your life looking at yourself in the mirror, on a camera, or otherwise. It just doesn't work. Navel gazing. You just end up looking at your tummy and being like, You're not supposed to see your own tummy. Mirrors are not a natural thing. You shouldn't be able to see. You shouldn't be able to see all the parts of yourself all the time, whenever you want. It's not a way to be healthy about things. Mirrors, phones, etc. So that was some Afrobeat in the background. Let's get that stuff off so we can concentrate. Because, Mark, your guitar, sick, bro. Pretty chuffed with my violin playing there as well. It wasn't too bad, hey. So let's get some chilled lo-fi on in the background. Let's talk about what we're gonna do. We are here for our first YouTube exclusive Music is Easy stream. So thank you so much for turning up. If there's anyone who is new around here, please feel free to say hi or lurk as you want. There will be plenty you can gain from passively consuming this educational content. However, if you want custom, perfect little tutorials crafted just for you, just for that song, and just for your finger size, and just for your tech setup, or just for your flute placement, or just for the challenges. If you give me an interesting tutorial request that will alienate everyone except you, do you think I will turn it down? That would be the sensible thing to do. No, we don't do deeply esoteric individual music requests when we're trying to cater to a mass audience. Well, damn and blast to that, say I, because I like it. It's fun. And we can do lots of cool stuff. So I thought a good way to start the stream is perhaps, it's up to you guys. Am I getting you? I don't know if this chat is functioning. Is that chat correct? Yeah. So I understand there is at least one specific request of a workflow thing with regards to looping. I am super happy I just looked at the other chat of the Lo-Fi channel and I saw chat. I'm like, oh no, that's why I can't see because it's dead. No, it's the Lo-Fi channel. Anyway, if anyone has any specific things they're working on that I can help with, I'm your man, obviously. I'm here. Otherwise, I thought we could compose something together and take it a little bit deeper, because so far I've kind of given you guys the surface idea of Music is Easy. We've been doing very arbitrary things. But I would love to share with you guys some of the more advanced concepts that I've used in groups and that I've kind of experimented with in my teaching. These are related to automatic composition and checking out harmonic options through a very intuitive process by not choosing chords but by choosing feelings. And applying the kind of automatic composition of the word game and the rhythm game to those pre-existing soundscapes, while thinking about turning them to melodies. So not just you give me a word and I just record it and we just build on it. Rather, you give me a word and we talk about how we're going to use it. Do we want the word to be long or slow? Do we want it to be spiky or jagged? What kind of emotions and feelings do we want to convey? So that is where Music is Easy starts getting really, really super cool. When the various different parts of it are, when we have enough confidence with how they work together to start messing about them in lots of different ways. And that will just allow us to do some fun Afrobeat or bossa nova or blues or whatever for a good amount of time. And then if people have any specific requests or tutorial requests or things they want to do, we can do that. And then if anyone wants something to a specific instrument or a way of approaching or like an idiom or a genre or anything like that, does that sound like a plan? Does that sound like a plan, my peeps? Obviously, I will keep freestyling, delivering this, proposing things while I wait for you guys to respond. I'm not super hip to what the latency is on YouTube. I picked the ultra low latency options. I have questions like that, but at the moment I'm dealing with a family thing, but one of those days can't wait to monopolize your discussion with some questions. Well, Alena, I would absolutely love to do that later this evening, because I would like to do some things that people can just watch and kind of enjoy and maybe participate things, and then I'd like to build on that by giving some people some practical assistance. Because although the details of the things that we're trying to achieve may change, the approach stays ultimately the same. There are different interfaces. Some things we're fiddling buttons, some things we're pressing on levers. But the basic principles stay the same. And dealing with issues in a state of flow helps you become more proficient at overcoming those issues in a state of flow, i.e. being able to respond real time to any challenges you face and just overcome them without thinking. In the same way as, like, if you're riding a bike, you know, you're not constantly thinking about where exactly the tire placement is. You kind of look, you see, and you know, and you can feel like things before they happen, including when it's going to get out of control, so you can adjust in time, right? And that is one of the key things to maintaining professional performance, is understanding how to recover and how to give yourself all the chance you can to get things right, to do yourself favors, to cheat, right? How can we cheat? Well, what does cheating mean in music? Cheating in music means being able to play it beautifully with minimal effort, and that's mastery. So, hello everybody in chat, says Mr. X. Hello Mr. X. Mr. X, a synth streamer. Jason, a guitarist. Elena Fenomena plays ukulele. Raditaz plays flute. All my peeps, thank you so much. We had very briefly to the streaming on the YouTube thing. I'm so glad you guys turned up. We've had some really cool little interactions in YouTube. We had an interaction with a troll as well. But one of them, and I just remembered this is kind of what made me think to do this today. On Friday, someone turned up to the stream and said, hey, this is a real gem of a learning resource. And that was really nice to hear. And unfortunately, that was the only thing that person said, because I was talking to them, but I was mostly talking to you guys on Twitch. So I just want to see what it's like. You know, I want to see if there's some lovely folks out there who might be in the market for some free music education, just by virtue of saying things like, hey, help. So let's get on with it, shall we? Let's talk about, I would love to share with you guys a game from book 3, and I'm going to take my reverb off. So I would love to talk to you guys through a composition exercise that I've done with several people. I've done this, I think, with you, Jason, right? And it's about using what we know about functional harmony to explore the concept of a non-symmetrical chord progression. So I'm going to pull up a whiteboard on my screen. Who is this for? This is for anyone who's interested in how you can write music without having to stress about it, basically. But this also applies to people who might be exploring concepts in other skilled learning traditions, in martial arts, in woodwork, in dance, in things. How do we find ideas? How do we go from, okay, I know how to do these things, to I can develop 5,000 unique songs that I love, you know? And it's just not possible to do that by thinking about it. There's too much. It's too much. Like with all the things whereby we gain mastery and intuitive competence from practice, there are ways you can use what you know to give yourself infinite options. And it's not a question of people, like the idea of having good taste in the music you write. Like, ultimately, you've written 5,000 songs and you show people your favorite. So, you know, you're gonna have quite a lot of things that represent a lot of different tastes. But unless they actually go back and listen to all of them, they're not gonna be able to tell what your taste is from like a base position in a world of infinite possibility. No. They're going to see the kind of sounds you like and the kind of sounds that you want to say, yes, these are the sounds that I like. These are the sounds that I'm happy with, that make me happy, and maybe they make you happy too. But how do we get from blank to there? And one way is through using music theory. Now, if Mark is here, I'm not going to call it music theory. I'm going to say musical language of communication, puzzles. We can make puzzles, and this is the cool thing. This is why I'm so drawn to music over other creative practices, because music has the best puzzles. Language has some good puzzles too, but not like music. Music, you get to feel the puzzles in your chest, you know. So what we're going to do is we're going to write an 8-bar chord progression together, but we're not going to make any musical, quote unquote, musical decisions. Although to play devil's advocate, this is what musical decisions ultimately mean when you get to university. It's not, oh, I'm going to make it a 6 or a 9. Is it going to be B flat or A? It doesn't matter. This is what actually matters. So I'm setting up our frame for an 8-bar chord progression, and we are going to base this. We're not going to choose the chord so much as we're going to decide how a story is going to feel. Here is our framework. 8 bars, right? And I'm going to pull up now another thing, because the way we're going to approach this is we're going to use a key. We're going to use a key, and we're going to use a major scale. And the major scale has 7 notes. We're going to use notes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are our first arbitrary limitations. We are only going to use chords that are harmonized in a major scale, i.e., we are going to use chords that are enharmonic to a key or within a key. Yeah, this is great. I think Jason, it was with you that I, having had the idea and used it with like young people several times. It was with you as the first time I used this with an adult, and it was the lady whose name begins with E, I believe. So the basic idea is we have to know what kind of chords are built from the major scale. Not so much what the notes are, right? Because we haven't said what R1 is, but how they sound. And this is where we start talking about some emotions. The first primary chord that we talk about is the 1. And basically, the 1 is happy. He looks a bit angry, that guy, doesn't he? He looks a bit sneaky. There we are. Now he looks a bit more cheerful. The 1 is just a happy home. It doesn't really want to go places. And I will pull out a guitar and I'll do this on that. The only issue with my piano, guys, is my piano runs via the computer, and I have my sound system routing my computer sounds directly to the mixer. So I don't really have an independent device that can use the piano. For future streams, I would be very willing to try and figure that out. Ultimately, I just need a real piano, which is not the cheapest thing, shall we say. So I'll do this on guitar. I'll pull out the guitar. Let's pull out a bit of lo-fi. If anyone wants to have a think about what the chords are in the major scale, what they sound like, what emotions they convey, please feel free to think about it and discuss it with people in chat. Some people might know. Jason, do you remember any of them? Probably always wise to do a quick little tune. I'll put myself through the speakers. Cello tuner mic summon. The bleep bloop of the microphone is quite loud. Cello tuner mic. We'll have to get that on it. Not cello tuner my. We're not outsourcing. Cello tuner mic. Poland, yo. Mika. Cello tuner mic, so we can just get a tuner. Put a guitar through the system. And let's see if we can get this smooth. 1, 4, and 5 are they're the kind of the first really big chords we look at. You're absolutely right. Cello tuner mic, where are you? Cello 2 mic. Tuner. What's a fly doing there? Is that a mosquito? Mosquitoes in the UK in winter. How is that fair, dude? How is that fair? It's the Croydon and their drains and the big ponds. I have to go past ponds on my way to the shops. There's a pond in the alley. Mosquitoes and ponds in alleys. Alleys should not have ponds in them. Don't get me wrong, I like ponds. I'm not an anti-ponder. I do a lot of pondering. I am a pond enthusiast. F? That's not F. Shut up. Summer's arrived. Oh, Jason, does that mean spring's there? Does that mean you need a apprentice gardener? Hint, hint. I've applied to a lot of jobs recently, guys. A lot of jobs. There does seem to be quite a lot of work. I'm quite optimistic. There's lots of very appropriate work for a neurodiversity specialist such as myself. And I do, in fact, have the CV to prove it. That's the good thing. Felt pretty good updating my CV. Felt like a good CV. Okay, so the basic idea is that we have a set of chords available to us that we derive from the major scale. Now, Mark doesn't like me calling it this, but I call it chord scale theory. Basically, the way that we turn a scale into a chord. And the cool thing is that in theory... Oh, hold on. Where's my key sight? Because I can actually show you guys the notes as they happen. Loop. I don't see loop MIDI anywhere. I see loop MIDI. It's not transferring though. Okay, hold on. I must have turned it on in the wrong order. Because we are going to get all of the notes played up on the screen as shiny. As shiny. They're going to be shiny and rainbow colors. Lots of CV, lots of cool vibes. Our curriculum vitae. The thing what you give. Man, there was one job I was looking at where they required me to list every period of employment, or temporary or voluntary or otherwise, and account for every gap since I left school. Flipping 18 years. I'm supposed to specify why I wasn't employed for 3 weeks in the summer in 2002. Rah. As Keysai is happening. Yeah, Keysai, hello? No, where's my stuff? Give me the key sight, dude. So I need to do loop, and then MIDI to guitar. Fell off the internet. Oh no. There we go. There, they're all there. The shinies. Yay. Sorry about that, guys. So many moving parts. So we can see the notes being played. Fantastic. Let's move the key sight overlay a bit more to that side so you get more room on the notes. So, when we play a C major scale... Not quite loud enough. There we go. Oh, I'm on the headphone. Oh, that's why. Oh. Let's see. There we go. Look at that. It's all working. Isn't it wonderful? Kadef is the word that makes the C major scale. I don't really like it that they're not going quite off the window. Shall I make it bigger? There we go. Yeah, look at that. So the basic idea is that when we take the notes of the scale, if we skip a note, play a note, skip a note, play a note, skip a note, play a note, C, E, G, we get a triad. And we can get a triad whatever note we build from. We can get a triad on the 1, a triad on the 2, a triad on the 3. We do lots of practice trying to get them fast. I'm not going to do too much of that. We do it on lots of different instruments. And each of these triads has a certain kind of sound. Here's the 1. I turned it into a 1 dominant chord there, which makes it a bit less like stable. But you see, hopefully you will hear, and I'll try and turn up a bit more. Get the wrong one. I know what to do. There we go. Put the preamp on the guitar. That's more like it. So the idea is that each of these chords feels different. And the first three we looked at are the ones said by Jason. The three most important chords, really, in Western harmony are the 1, the 4, and the 5. Now there is mosquito again. There is another chord that is arguably equally important, but kind of shares a role, and it's the 6. And you'll notice that the 6 and the 4 are one chord apart, and this is a pretty key concept in why certain chords sound like other chords. So we're actually going to include the 6 because these 4 chords give us a really useful bass palette of like color. When I say color, I mean like it's hard in music, right? Emotion, but kind of flavor, because is bouncy an emotion? It could be. You could describe it emotionally. You could describe it. My teachers always used to, Dave O'Higgins always used to describe things in terms of flavor, you know, a bit of a spicy kick. There's a spicy one that's quite crunchy. But we're not going to do that. We're going to take one step back because we're looking at bass colors here. We're looking at 1, the home. We'll look at the next one we're going to actually look at is the 6. And this is also a home, but is kind of a sad home. The 6 is sad. This is the natural minor in the key of C major. It is A minor. That kind of stuff, right? But also it can get very weepy. Before we even add any more sophisticated harmony, it's just a sad place. It doesn't necessarily want to go anywhere, but it's happy hanging out, but it's a sad place. The other 2 chords we want to look at are the 4 and the 5. Now the classical terms for these are, well, the dominant and the subdominant. But they're more often, like the value of the description is not just the chord by itself, normally. It's how the chord sounds when it goes to other chords. And the biggest one in Western music is the 5. The 5 to the 1 is called Can anyone tell me what a 5 to 1, when you go from chord 5 to chord 1 in a major key, can anyone tell me what that's called? This is like the something's happened chord. Oh my goodness, there's an event. There's an event that needs to be resolved somehow. It could resolve back to the happy place. So there's a big thing that happened and it was happy. But there's also a sad place. It could resolve to a sad place. And the technical term for this is a perfect cadence and an interrupted cadence. Because going to the sad place, the 5 sets up the 1, but if you go to the sad place instead, it just sounds happy. So we have chord 1, chord 5, chord 1, chord 1, chord 5, chord 1, chord 1, chord 4, chord 1, chord 5, chord 6. It's like a different place. It interrupts the expectation of resolution to kind of emphasize the sadness. But there's also another chord that can resolve very powerfully to the 1 and is known as a plagal cadence, or often the amen cadence, and this is the 4 to the 1. So we've got a 4 chord that can go to the 1, but can also go to the 6, right? These chords can go in either direction. And the thing about the 4 chord is it kind of, by itself, it's just a major chord. And these chords are major 1, major 4, major 5, and minor 6. The 4 chord can sound happy, but it can also really go to a minor chord. And what I like to think about this chord is it adds emotion. It's a tear. But it could be a happy tear, or it could be a sad tear. It can be either of those, depending on whether we want it to be, depending on how we get to it, how long we stay on it, where we go before, where we go afterwards. So these are our palettes. We have happy home, sad home, an event, something interesting happens, and emotion is begotten, I guess. You must lurk, you'll be back. No worries, Raditaz. So guys, here are our colors. Here are our emotional palettes. The first thing we have to decide is how do we want our story to start? Does this story start in a happy place, in a sad place, or other? That's the first question. I'm going to see if I can increase the volume on my guitar a little bit. Third version. No, that's not. That's second version. Whoop! That's not the chord I wanted it to be. I want a C. So I want. Does anyone have a suggestion for how they would like this song to start? Are we going to start in a happy place? We'll start in a happy place. So our first chord is the 1. Very good. We've made a decision. Now, do we want this? How long do we want this song to be happy for? Do we just want it to be just like chilled, sitting in a garden with a lemonade on a reasonably nice day? We're just chilling. Do we want it? Or is this like the brief expectation of getting a chocolate bar on the way to the shop? Is this something? So we start in a happy place. Very good. We're starting on the chord 1. And now, how do we want this story to progress? Are we going to stay in a happy place for a while? That's just kind of uneventful? Are we going to increase the thingy of our happy place by putting an exclamation mark? Are we happy? Are we putting it in tears? So we're happy. I'm just happy, you know. I don't know why. It's not a thing, you know. It's just like, today's a good day. What do we kind of do? What flavor of happiness are we after? Duration? Do we want sprinkles? Do we want crunchy bits in our happiness? What kind of stuff are we after? Shall we pursue this happiness a bit further? Can that be? I don't know how long. Again, I don't know how. Forgive me if I'm asking questions that you've already answered. I'm not entirely sure of the delay. You've told me the first chord. We're starting on the 1. Shall I make this? If I can make this in, but if I'm wrong, you can tell me. Let's stay in our happy place for a bit longer. So we're going to stay on the chord 1, and I'm actually going to do Roman numerals. Whoop. So we've spent 2 bars in a happy place. Chances are it's going to be a happy song, unless we start counterbalancing things. So where's our next place? We've got 2 bars on chord 1. What's our next thing going to happen? Is it going to go emotional happy? Is something eventful going to happen? Or is it going to become sad? Those are your options. Chord 4, chord 5, or chord 6. And there are lots and lots of other options. There are actually infinite options where to go to after that, really. Once you factor in, you know, pitch and volume and instrumentation and arrangement and all that kind of stuff. Something's going to happen. So we got 2 bars on the 1, and then something is going to happen. We're going to go to chord 5. Very good. What's happening next? Does that thing happen quickly, or does it take a while to happen? And does it send us back to the happy place? Does it send us to a sad place? Is it going to do both? Like happy then sad? Really quick, sharp? What's going to happen? 1, 1, 5, 5, 4, 4. So hold on, Mr. X. You're jumping the gun a little bit there because you are writing a chord progression. We are talking about the emotions because that is several decisions. That's 4 more decisions past the decision we were going to make. But I will take it as, would you like to say that our eventful thing happens for 2 bars? 2 bars of 1, 2 bars of 5. I will take that as a suggestion. You then really, can I ask, can we have a, rather than, I would like an irregular chord progression at this point. So because we've had 2 bars of chord 1 and 2 bars of chord 5, I'd like this second bar not to just be like 4, 4, 1, 1, you know. I want it to be like just a variation. I don't want us to think of this as a chord progression. I want us to think of this as a story. So I'm actually going to roll back one more time. What I'm going to say is let's do a half bar of 5 and then change it. So we've had happy bar, event, half a bar of an event, and now it's going to go somewhere else. Where are we going to want it to go? Was this a happy event that was a bit off kilter but resolved back to happiness? Or is this a happy event that kind of lasts a bit longer and unexpectedly changed? Did it get sad or did some emotion get involved? Let's choose. Did it become sad or was emotion added? Like, it's a party. It's a party and you're all there and all of a sudden someone turns up and they've got a new baby. And you're like, oh, it's so-and-so. I didn't think you were coming out. Oh, what's that? Oh, my goodness. Or like their face is down. They're like, no, my dog died. What are you saying? New baby or dog dying? What if it was a combination? What if there was unhappiness tinged with emotion? Can we do that? Can we have chords changing? Can we break the idea of a chord progression and just mash chords after one another? No, we can't do that. That's breaking all the rules. So we have gone chord 1, chord 5. Then chord 5 for half a bar, and I would propose chord 6 to chord 4. I have no... And the thing is, I'm not thinking, oh, I've got a chord progression in mind that's going to be good that I want to show you guys. I'm literally just painting by numbers, being like, oh, what happens if we do this? What happens if we do that? So we've had our happy place, boop. Our happy place, boop. Our something's happened. Oh, yes, something has happened. It's not happening at a normal amount of time. It's something short and unhappy, but there's lots of emotion involved. Now, at the moment, the emotion's following on from the sad. So the emotion is sad, but what if the emotion became happy? Oop, not C, 1, chord 1. Do you see? It's not that I was refuting your choices, Mr. X. Is that you chose chord numbers based on chords that work. We're not doing that. We're not thinking, oh, does this chord go to that chord? Will it work as a progression? We're just thinking, if I wanted to tell a story using these basic colors, what would it sound like? What kind of story is there? Is it a story that's convincing? Is it a story that's sincere? Does it work? Does it make sense? Can we think of something to do with it? So you guys, I would love for you to then choose for me. I know I did a couple of choices there. I would like you to choose for me the chord in the last bar. We've had happy, event, half sad, emotive, back to happy. What's our final chord in this story? What's our final color? To the top, Anna. what's the last chord? I love that happy and sad are, that's the thing, because when we just have the first set of colors to play with, we feel like we're restricted because we have, I have major or minor. But it's like every major chord on the piano feels different because of just intonation and equal temperament. So even that idea that major chords are the same, it's not true. It's just not true. There's infinite variation because there's just on the piano, then there's instruments, then there's instruments with adjustable pitch, you know. So you guys have one more decision to make, and then we are ready to build our loop. Can't understand Roman numerals. Guys, so it really is a crucial piece of knowledge. It's something I would just study. You only need to know up to 7. It's just something you have to learn, Jason, really. But again, can't understand Roman numerals is different from I have a problem with recognizing symbols, right? So just be careful if you're saying, I can't understand Roman numerals. The response to that is, well, go learn Roman numerals. But if you can't do that, then there might be other ways you could work around it. However, being able to familiarize yourself with Roman numerals would A, be a very good cognitive understanding to lock down, and B, will mean you can access written music, chord charts and stuff. Anything beyond the first level of it's in this key, because if you're not hip to Roman numerals, you'll only be able to play a tune in one key. But I always want to say that I can couch that. I am very happy. We're playing in the key of C major, and this is a part of learning Roman numerals. I'd be very happy. Let's put down the chords. So this is for you, Jason, and for anyone else who might also might struggle. And thank you for asking. The first step in doing this is always asking, and trying to make sure this is accessible as possible is always on my mind. So we are in the key of C major. Well, this is the thing. We were going to decide a key first. So let us first of all, you guys have 2 choices to make. 1, what key we're going to go in, and 2, what is our final chord. And then when we've decided on the key, because I want people to be able to play along and have fun, we're going to be working with melodies. We're going to be trying a lot of different ideas. I'm very happy to go in the key of C major, but if anyone is working in another key, I know C major is harder for violinists who have learned it in certain traditions, for example. So, would you guys like to choose the key and the final chord? Or we'll get to the end of the song, 1 rotation, and if you haven't chosen, let's do 2 rotations, and if you haven't chosen by then, I will choose them so that we can get on with the building of the song. Here we go. C, in the key of C, very good. And I will take that C as an answer to both questions. We are in the key of C, and the final chord is going to be the 1. So here we now have the chords. We have C major, C major, G major, G major, and A minor in 1 bar. Then F major, F major, then C major, and C major. And now we have our chord progression. And I've been doing it in a kind of country strumming style. I've kind of been doing it in a country style, but I'm going to arrange it in a style of your or my choice if you guys want to choose. But I'm wary that a lot of my options have kind of gone in the wind a little bit, and I don't want to spend too much time asking when I could be playing and showing. So let's have a look at our options. We can play some blues, although blues is kind of country because blues kind of wants some other chords. But we could do in like a Chicago blues idiom or a New Orleans type idiom or whatever you guys want. We could do bossa nova, we could do samba, we could do some reggae. Should we do some reggae? I always like reggae. Let's do some reggae. How about it? And also, before I loop again, I'm going to make sure that I am in tune. Here's the tuner. A very useful puzzle indeed. We could do something very simple just on the guitar. We could let's lay down a bit of a groove though. Navarro, what are you doing in the background? I do appreciate you guys, but I don't want all my videos playing in the background. That doesn't seem like a good thing to do. I keep doing the same. Oh, I've got something on the thing. Let's go. Is it there? Yeah, 1, 2, and a 1, 2. Okie dokie. Let's go. One, two. Okay. If I'm in this position, what am I going to do? Am I going to go G there? A minute. I'm going to go C there, and then G there. Yeah, there. Then I have to remember my shapes. Then A, then F. Okay, I think I got this. A 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, let's get it down. The A to the F is kind of tricky. I don't need the low F though. I have to get used to that. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 1. Turn that down a little. Get the bass line down. Nice, nice. So let's get the bass tuned. Bass out of tune. One of the worst things. Now, fortunately, am I loud enough? Is everything a bit quiet? Is the guitar just really loud, maybe? Check, check, check. Oh, there's something coming through here. That might be why. No, it shouldn't be. Oh, it's good. What? There we go. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right. I'm gonna try a different leader. It might be this lead that's a bit weird. My inputs are all funky, man. Try again. Try it up. Oh dear, guys. This is not great, is it? For now, let's just see. We'll hope it's the lead and not the bass, so let's just try and use the other lead. Nobody panic, we're okay. attempts to be cunning and lace up the things so they're out of the way just mean them harder to access. All right, so come on, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it's the lead, not the bass. Come on, guys. We got it. I think it was the lead, not the bass. Nice. So one thing you will notice, guys, is that because we actually have a quick A minor going to an F, it's almost not even noticeable. Because if you might remember, A minor and F have a very similar function. Let's get a bit skanky. Here we go. What's going on, man? I don't know what's going on. That doesn't sound good at all. Is it a battery? No, it doesn't have a battery. It's passive. Well, I don't know. All the way up, man. I think we got some dodgy inputs, man. Rip. Another instrument goes. We're just gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It might have been. Was it the room mic feeding back? It might have been the bass going back into the room mic. Doesn't seem as fat as it normally is though. That's better. It might be various things, it could be many things, but we have our chord progression, guys. And it goes like this. You see, the A minor doesn't even really sound like an A minor. It's so quick, hey? It's just the root note, and that's because A, the root note of an A minor chord, is the major third of an F chord. So we've managed to completely avoid any sad sounding stuff. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 da 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 da. So guys, now we're gonna do some chords. We're gonna voice lead some harmony. We're gonna do some voice sings. I think a flute section would sound quite nice. What do you reckon, guys? Flute section. I really want some nice chilled rhythm guitar. I don't want those full chords on the guitar. Mark, this is an entire chord progression we have written ourselves. The chat made some decisions, I made some decisions. I urged chat away from certain decisions, and we seem to have made a decision that doesn't really matter. And it so happens that you guys might have, in fact, written the chords to Don't Worry, Be Happy. It tends to happen like this. We did go quite regular, didn't we? Just went kind of 1 1 5 5 4 4 1 1. The 6 didn't really make much of a difference. Now that high note, the intonation on my bass leaves a bit. But anyway, so let's do something on flute. And here, guys, here is where we're going to start looking at how the notes of these chords flow into each other. Because we're going to use the same principle to write chord voicings that we're going to play on the flute, as we are then going to figure out a melody. So I would propose, let's do the chord voicings on the flute, and let's do a melody on the violin. How does that sound? It's like half of all songs, isn't it? But it's also infinite potential songs, because we have loads more things we can do. Let's talk about our first chord. Our first chord is the notes C, E, and G. Our second chord is the notes B, D, and G. Our third chord is that, and that happens again briefly. So we have a bar of C, then a bar of C, then a bar of G, then half a bar of G, D, D, and B, and then A, C, E. Now we could go up, we could go down. We could go A up here, D up to E there, B up to C there, and we have an A minor triad in first inversion. Our next chord, however, is F. We have C, E, and A. We need to get to F, A, and C. Well, we have A, we have C. We only need to change one note. E goes up to F, A stays on A, C stays on C. That happens for another bar, and then we need to get back to our C, E, G. Well, we've got our C there. F goes down to E, A goes down to G, and we are back home. Here is how our lines could go if they voice lead between the chords we're using, the C, the G, the F, the A. So what shall we do with our first voice leading line? We're going to do offbeat skank chords on the flute. Let's start at the top with the G on the 5. Sounds nice. Go. I think we can get Twitch emotes when we get to 500 subscribers on the YouTube. We get emotes, although honestly misusing them. Such is life, it's the price we pay for discovery. Let's see, have we got any people on YouTube out there interested in some music education? Let's tune up. Mark, we could certainly do that, but that would take us out of the confines of this exercise. We were painting songs by emotion. We had a set of 4 chords that we defined as having these sounds. The 1, happy. The 4, emotive. The 5, and something happens. And the 6, sad. We then turned these into a song based on a story. And our story starts in a happy place, it stays on a happy place, then something happens. And that something abruptly stops and changes to something sad, but very quickly goes to this. So like, someone's dog is sick, but they've also had a new baby. This is you're at a party, your friend turns up, they're initially sad because you know their dog is ill, is maybe gonna die. No, maybe it just has to have an operation, has got a cast. But they've also got a new baby, which is very happy. So that's kind of the story of this song that we wrote together. Where's my cello tuner, Mike? Are you there, Mike? I need you. Sharp. It is indeed, as you're right, Mark. Don't worry, be happy. But we're not going to think about that because we just use this chord progression and it sounds nice. Da 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 dee doo. Da 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 da. Da da dum. Da da dum da da ding da 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 do do. We could always dominantify some of the chords and make them crunchier. Crunchy. But first, we're painting by numbers. We're still not making any musical decisions. We haven't made any musical decisions. We haven't said this is good. No one could judge it. We've just thought stuff, and I've turned it into music. And this is the musical version of the thoughts we were having. There we go. I need to do some flute warm-ups before I'm going to get those A's clear. Here we go. Bit too much. Ba, 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 ba. Little note, the last note, the last semi-quaver, the last quaver, the last eighth note of a bar belongs to the next chord, or always as a general guide for contemporary music. Let's go, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, hold on, no. So, we're gonna take the guitar out. I've run out of patches. Oh, I need to exit this screen and look at the others. That's alright, we've decided the guitar's coming out anyway, so that's fine. So now we can repatch with the flute. Here we go. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Give Ed a thumbs up. Oh, that would be wonderful if you wouldn't mind. If anyone would like to do a thing like that, it would give me confidence that people are having fun. I don't know what that is. Wow. We got 112 subscribers, don't we? Are you ready? We got our first line. Our next one is E. Then a E. Then a D. A D. E. F. Oh, no. Okay. So it's gonna go. I want to put them on the left. So we had a couple of interesting little melodic lines in the middle of them. Sharp 4 minor is like an altered 5 of the flat 7, which is the backdoor and takes you home via church or Andalusia. I'll tell you what, guys, we have the capacity to do an A section and a B section. So we are going to, having written our A section by ourselves, we're now going to write a melody. And then Mark is going to give us a B section, and we are going to write the B section to his specifications. It's going to be a collaborative composition and arrangement effort by you guys, myself, Ed. I play jazz. My name is Ed Plays Jazz. Not really, but it could be. And Mark, that's Mark, who you saw playing guitar at the beginning. We're going to all write a piece of music together. And this is our music there. Pretty fun, this story idea. It gets very psychedelic. I haven't yet tried it with the full options of Western harmony, you know. I'm at the stage of like, you're in a park, there's a duck, it hurt its wing, you gave it bread, and then you met his family. So it's like, it's happy, then it's a bit sad, then there's emotion, then something happens, then it's happy again, you know. If we're still going to be talking about the 5 of the flat 7s and the sharp 4 minors and all that stuff, we're going to have to get some pretty sophisticated storytelling happening. So here we go, guys. We have some chord voicings. We have voice-led chords played on the flute. Now, do we want to write a melody together, guys? Do you? It's up to you guys. Would you like to help me write a melody? We can approach it in exactly the same ways as we're talking about. What note do we want to start on? There's lots more layers, though. Church on the beach with Mingus. It's going to be hard with these chords, isn't it? We're going to have to add some more notes for it to be Mingus. Church on the beach. Good brief. Church on the beach with Mingus. B section. We do have to keep an eye on the time because I am teaching this evening. It's 9. Good, good. Not teaching for a couple of hours. Let's take it down to just the flute. Hey. Oh, we don't even have any reverb. Oh, and look at that. We've been going dry this whole time. Praise the Lord. It's Mingus on a beach. I mean, is this a vibe or is this a vibe? Not at all. Don't shut up. Don't. Oh no. Oh, don't shut up. Don't shut up. It's good. We just put the reverb. So church on the beach. Church on the beach. I hear some congas. So the only weakness we have is now that we bounce entire sections, I don't have 6 tracks to control because I don't want to put those congas on this channel because then I have to choose between flute and congas. I don't want to choose, but I also don't want to get the beatbox back in. But I'll bring the beatbox back in. A very loud cowbell. Is that too cheesy? What do you think, guys? A wood block. Quicker. Chimes. Drums. Whistles. It's too funny. It's very loud. I'm going to turn the rhythm input down a bit. Hey, what do you think? Make some decisions on percussion instruments for me, if you don't mind. Cause then I don't have to make any decisions, and I don't like making decisions, as I've probably said a few times. I'm just very happy, just enjoying the sounds of the flute with the reverb. It's very chilled. Yeah, we did some music, guys. If nothing else, it's just nice, isn't it? Sunny, swaying palms. Church on the beach with Mingus. Big up for the message, the discipline. Church on the beach with Mingus. Oh, shut up now, pick up the message, discipline. Church on the beach with Mingus. I'll shut up now, pick up for the message, discipline. What's the weird farty one? Who farts like that? What are you eating, mate? That's what your farts sound like. You need to see a doctor. Because you got something stuck. Some kind of horn. There's a farty one? Ah, it's very loud. Oh, the whistle's too loud. Too loud. Oh, we can absolutely word game. That's next step right here. That's the step right next. That's the next one we do. We got a little rhythm for me and for you. It's time for the word game. 'Cause we want some ideas for melodies. We could think, let's do melodies, let's decide, let's make lots of decisions. Should we start on the 5? Should we start on the 3? Should we start on the 1? But we don't have to do it that way. And if we get bored of doing it that way, if we get bored of thinking, we just play games. And here we go! Are you ready for a word game? Let's go. You got the letters A through G. Here we go. Word game, everybody. What have you got for me today? Let's see if we can find a word that's a melody to play with the reggae beats. It's kind of evolved in some Afro-Caribbean kind of fusion music. Surprise, surprise, it's me. What do you expect? I like triangles. I also like all the drums. Let's see. I think we're dealing with a significant level of delay. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 or so seconds. Like a 6-second delay between me doing woo, 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 and it appearing on the stream. Wow, 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 wow. Am I backwards as well? Is it backwards? Is it backwards? Are the letters all backwards, guys? What? No, they're the right way around. Good, good. I'm sorry. My brain was playing tricks on me for a second there. So have we got any words? Let's take up our little... Let's have the key site overlay going above the word, the document, yeah. So, who's got some words for me? You got the letters A to G. Shall I start you off? Here's a word, here's a word. Oh, between me saying something and you guys hearing it, I think. Bag. Kabag. Duck bag. Eduk bag. Feduk bag. Gufeduk bag. Ag feduk bag. Bag feduk bag. Kabag feduk bag. Duck bag feduk bag. Help me out here, guys. Give me some word before I start spitting myself into insanity by doing more and more variations. Let's go. Feed. Guiro. Oh. Do I have a guiro? It can't really do it in time because Guiro is so fine. You can't really have a sampled Guiro, I guess, unless you just have like a Guiro sample track. That is nice. The shake is good. I like the shaker. So words. So here we go. We can we try a bunch of words and we see ones we like. Shall I just spin some words at you? I'll just try and think of some words. Egg bed. Debaka. Ooh, debaka. Kebab. Bed back. Kag fefe. Def gabada. Cab fab dabba. Agfeda. Oh. Bud beffa. Akabruf. Defa egub. Fak gubud. Debuk calf. Bugge aft. Gek fdb. Fudub eka. Debug calf. I can't keep going. It's too funny. You guys have to help me here. I'm just gonna word myself into just giggles every time. If I just have to keep on making words using those letters, it gets crazy. Deeb, 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 deeb. Any words? We're gonna. Can we word game? Yes, we can. Are you word gaming with me? Have you got some words? Do we wanna write some melodies? I can provide them, but that kind of defeats the point of you guys writing them. Has anyone got a word that we can use for a melody? It doesn't have to be anything, it can be anything at all. Because we can take that word, turn it into a different word of the same pattern, and see what that sounds like. We can try anything you want. I can keep spouting nonsense and seeing how it sounds over the chords we made together. Do-do-do-do-do. What words? Anybody know words? Anybody know words? Anybody know a bass line, but you forgot about that? Go. It's not enough of your nonsense, but we're currently soliciting words for a melody. So I'm just not on that bit yet, Mark. Have you got any words that we can write a melody with? I want to turn Chat's word into a melody, because I can keep spouting words, but that's me writing. That's me writing words, not you. This is an advanced usage of the word game, which is game 3 of music. Oh, game 2 of Music is Easy, book 1. So let's start. We're going to start with a word that ends with G and ends with the D. Because that will get us from the first chord to the second word. I need a word that begins with G and ends with D. I need one, but you too, Mr. X. A word that begins with G and ends with D. Stop palming off the responsibility. Fine, I'll do it. Gated. Da-gag-a-gag. Da-gag-a-gag. Very good. Okay, our first melody line is da-gag-a-gag. Okay. Da-gag-a-gag is our first melody. Your next word was fed-a-bed. I just needed one word. I needed a word that begins with G and ends with D. You gave me one that begins... No, you didn't go to the... You didn't... Our first chord doesn't have D. It doesn't start with a D. But we start with a non-chord tone. I'll allow it. Da-gag-a-gag. Our first word. Let's bounce the track over in a nice, chilled way. Gad bad. All right, so I'm gonna get chat to vote on it. Our two options for our first line. Fair enough. Oh, that was dagagagag. I quite like it. It starts on D, which is the 9. Or gad bad. You guys ready? Here's your other option. Gad bad. Here we go. I'll try and play gad bad in another way. Now, do you notice something about that word, guys? That word kind of doesn't really feel like it wants to be on chord 1. And if you notice, the letters G, B, and D are actually all the chord tones of the chord we're going to. So we could have that word as there's like a preemptive harmony. It will create quite a lot of tension unless I hold the... If I hold the B for bar 3. Let's try gad bad, but holding the B for bar 3. Oh, that's quite interesting. I did some wide intervals there. Ooh, that's quite nice. Gad bad, but we save the B for bar 3. One more time, up the octave. Here we go. Ooh, really nice. So one more time, da-gag-a-gag. Or gad bad. Here we go. I'm actually erring towards gad bad. The resolution of that B on chord 3. Or at any point we can deviate and be like, oh, I want it to go like this. So I really like the gag-a-gag at the beginning of the chord progression. Let's try again. Let's try and put fedabad after it as well. The gag-a-gag fedabad. Whoa! That's nice. That wasn't an F. That was a B flat, I think. Let's see. I did a split harmonic. Oh, that's nice. I just did a beck, a bed a beck. Dag a gag, fed a bed a beck. Yeah, dude. Nice. Here we go, our first melody. Da gag a gag, fed a bed a beck. Oh yeah! Yeah. Oh, I did another A. I can't go to another A, then that's not accurate. The gag, fed to bed. Can I do this smoothly? Yeah, I can. In octaves, what do we think? Harmonize? Harmonize all octaves. Harmonize using chord tones. How about that? G. We have the G, D, fourth, to the A. Can't have parallel fourths. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Oh, fifth, sixth. La 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 la. No, that sixth, that minor sixth between the A and the F really didn't feel like it. Hey, let's try gad bad. Unlikely they're gonna just work straight up over each other. Let's harmonize this one. Octaves. We'll try it with octaves first. I have to practice that a couple of times. We're gonna have to go up to altissimum. I agree. I need to lower the volume a little. Let's try and add. We'll try. So now we have to think. Okay. And now to avoid some weird old sounds, we have to think. So we're going D, A, G, D, A, G. So we want to go a chord tone. Let's go fourth. Let's do G. And then we're over C. So what do I want to harmonize? It's sixth. So we go E. Gives us a fourth, a fifth, and a fourth again to C. Let's try G, E, C, E, C, E, C. Doesn't sound too bad. And we're then going F, E, D. So let's go not on the G, not on the B. Can you go on the B? That's no tritone. No. The D. The D, B, A. Okay. G, E, C, E, C, E, C. The D, B, A, definitely. Okay, what about? A, F, E maybe? Oh, yeah, I like. I'm just not sure about the second note. I think just a straight C major triad might be nice. Because it's fifth, fourth, fifth, fourth, right? Our first note is D. I want to go A, F, E. I'm gonna go super simple. I'm gonna play it by numbers and see what happens after. Very nice. G, F, E, F, E, F, E, D, B, A. And then we got what we're going A, B, A, B, E, D. Kind of suspending. A, B, E, C, ba, ba, ba. So A, B is harmonizing with the A minor, but we can preempt the next chord. A and B, let's go C and D. C, D, and we're going E, D, major 7 to 6, we'll go G, E, 9 to major 7. That's going to change the character, because we've changed the top note. C, D, A, G, and then... Oh no, C, D, G, and then we'll go C, C, D, A, G. That's right. We're trying to just harmonize as much as possible without breaking any rules. Ooh, I like that. All right, we're almost there. Here we go. Oh no, I still have to do that bit as well. I haven't recorded it. Okay. Here we go. The high D in the penultimate phrase in the second part, not quite perfect. That one. So here we go. That's your melody. That's the gag fedbed. No, fedbeck. No, fedbeck. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mark Stitson, his melody, the gag fedbeck. with a chord progression written by Jason and Elena Phenomena and Mr. X and myself. It's definitely got lovely bits. Yeah. Yeah. And now we can get all the bits. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry you're experiencing that. But hey, we made some sick music together, bro. Who wrote that music now? I made some decisions, true. I will take some credit, but I want to thank you for being here and helping me. Because it makes no sense doing interactive music education when there ain't nobody to interact with. So, we are going to pause that for a second because I have now been doing our arrangement for 2 hours. So rather than switch to another arrangement session, I'm going to open it to any requests from the floor. If you want anything talked about or explained a bit more, if you would like any of these approaches explained on your instrument or in an idiom of your choice, that is within your power. All you gotta say is, Ed, I wanna play this stuff on the trombone. How do I do that? How do I swing that mellow banana too, man? I'm very, yeah. So what are we gonna do on Thursday? Shall we work some more on this tune? We could do something completely different. We could do many different types of things. All the things. We can do all the things. We can do some things and we do some more things. And we do other things and all kinds of things. Wow, 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 bum. Some tasty miso soup to distract yourself. Very good. So with that, my friends, if no one has any specific requests, I'm going to clock off and get ready for my lesson. With a flute student this evening, we got a web lesson doing flute things. We'll probably do some stuff like this. Who knows? You can find more information on the various websites that we're on, fabo.uk, and all the YouTubes and all the things like that. So with that, do say shout out to anyone on Kick if anyone is there. I don't think there is anyone there, but you never know. And with that, my friends, that's going Lost Orders. Lost Orders for free music education for this evening. We got another word, bed cab. We'll take it out with the little word game. And I'll put my delays on. And there we go. Thank you very much, guys. This was Music is Easy on a Sunday evening. We are, yes, very much hoping to be rejoined by Mr. Mark. And I hope I will see you again on Thursday. We will discuss, if you want to find out where and why and how and when, it is the Discord. There should be Discord links on the channel. And yeah, if anyone is interested, if you know anyone who might be interested in learning an instrument, they can come here for the stream, or they can get in touch with me on the various things. We do lessons, we do workshops, we have a book, we have lots of things. You guys know that. So thank you so much for hanging out. And that's all, folks. Mr. X, thank you. Jason, thank you. Elena, thank you. Mark, thank you. Thank you guys for being here. Let's try and get some more people here, because there are definitely people who want to learn music, who can't afford lessons. And I'm here doing it for free. So let's try and get that happening. I will see you guys later. Bye! I should have the thank you thing. I should get my screen. I'm going to have to get the video to thank all the people and the subs and the support and stuff. So, with that said, catch you later, guys. Have a good evening. Good night.